Why money affirmations don't work, but 5 minutes of this does, is because traditional affirmations are triggering a pushback. Because number one, you're doing them for too long. And secondly, the way you're framing them is creating cognitive dissonance. I'm going to circle back to that and share with you guys exactly how to install a new belief with your affirmations. But before we do, I want to show you what this feels like real time. So repeat these 2 affirmations after me. I am a multi-millionaire. Money flows to my life every second. I never have to work hard again. Money just magically appears in my life. I'm sure you felt that. Now let's go to the roof and do it my way.
God lives within me. Pure divine flow. Pure divine flow. Pure divine flow. No delays, no resistance. Just pure divine flow. Everything I want is already here. Pure divine flow.
Now, do you feel the difference? What is the difference? The rhythmic pattern, the way I'm framing the words, I'm using movement, I'm keeping the session short and energetically charged. Doing affirmations this way does several things. Number one, it bypasses resistance. It's not telling the subconscious mind something it's going to resist outright. And number two, it focuses on connection and flow. Instead of forcing a belief, it anchors a state of being, because when you're doing it, it's like pure divine flow. You're like, God lives within me. It's just like you embody this state of being. And lastly, you're closing the gap between here and there, which is what cognitive dissonance is. When you have an affirmation that is so big, like the one in the beginning, like I never have to work, money floods into my life all the time. Your mind's like, you gotta work, you don't have money, you have so much money, then how come you can't pay your bills? That's what cognitive dissonance is. It's the argument that kicks up when you're trying to slap these affirmations that are too far away from the state of being that you are now. So when you create your affirmations, it has to be language that your mind will receive now. That's why when I create my soul sync sessions, you guys, I'm very intentional about what I'm having you guys say. And then creating the rhythm and the movement does what I have been talking about in all my videos. It trains left brain, right brain coherence, because your mind is very receptive when it's in a state of play. It trains mind and heart connection. So if you have affirmations that you already say, or maybe there are some affirmations that you listen to on YouTube, this is what I want you guys to keep in mind. You want to keep in mind quantum play versus rigid repetition. Quantum play allows the energy to settle into your nervous system instead of activating your nervous system. Short bursts are also going to keep the mind engaged. I always said, if it feels like a task or if it's boring, you're disconnected. And if you're disconnected, you are not doing anything. So don't do it. The minute you are tuned out, your mind is turning whatever you're saying, doing, or listening to into background noise. I give you guys so many different things that you can do. If your affirmations, your journaling is feeling like a task, there's too much input going in. These are the days that you want to work on the energy, work on removing emotional blockages, work on breath work. That's another way to train your right and left brain coherence. Just work on creating space and like internal communication. And for me, that is the meridian point massage. And then I love left nostril, right nostril breathing. I absolutely love that. It's training communication. It's training coherence. So move around. Come back to your affirmation and journaling when you feel inspired. So without any further ado, here are the 5-minute fixes to make your affirmations work to install a new belief. And the first thing is, like I said, to keep it short. You want to microdose your sessions to ensure that they are powerful, that you are engaged 100% the entire time. So if you guys like the audio that I demoed on my rooftop, I clipped it down to just the hook. It's about 15 seconds. It's in a playlist. I will stick it at the end of the video. I'll put a link. Use that audio. It is the perfect audio to train yourself to start recognizing when you're engaged versus when you're not engaged. So with any of your sessions, the minute you're not engaged, stop doing it. Because at that point, you're triggering rejection. Your body, your mind is no longer absorbing the information. So use that 15-second audio and pay attention. Pay attention to when you get bored of it and you're just done. And that's fine. You have to trust in the unseen. You have to trust in what you're feeding the quantum field. Your intention is what matters, and your emotions are what matters, and your feeling is what matters. So as long as you're having fun and you're enjoying it, the work is done. Don't feel like it has to last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. You have done the work. Affirmations are not about feeling better. It's about getting better at feeling. Number 2 is how you frame your affirmations. This is where intention comes in. This is why I say it's very powerful to create your own affirmation. They're birthing from within your creative process of what you desire. But you have to frame them in a way that is not too far from your current reality, because you can create cognitive dissonance. You're actually creating more harm than good. So a way to do this is to evoke curiosity with your affirmations. Don't always think it has to be an I am. Maybe create storytelling. It's a way to introduce the information and then slowly build on it. And if you guys need an example of what I mean by that, download my Love Bomb or even Goddess. If you hear the words I'm saying, if I was to change the tonality and not be playful, it would be a really serious, aggressive audio. So you can also take your serious affirmations and change the tonality, and that delivers it to your mind differently too. Next thing I want you guys to do is incorporate movement. I always say that movement helps anchor in the belief. Be intentional about this. Like if you're saying an affirmation that's about love, like anything with love, I'll usually be like swaying, or I'll hold myself like this. If I'm doing something that's more empowered, I will do more of an athletic movement, as you guys know. Or tap on yourself. If you're like, I am this, tap your heart center. Tap your body, like get your body involved, energize your body. Just do something to incorporate movement, okay? Because movement will always help anchor data. You're using the body to train the mind. And then the last thing, which is the most important, you guys, feel it, don't force it. If your affirmations aren't clicking, you have to move to a lower hanging fruit. Move to something that feels closer to the truth, especially when it comes to money affirmations. If you are someone that has the belief that money is never gonna happen to you, I want you to start with a lower hanging fruit affirmation. And that is, I am open to wealth flowing to me. Do you understand what this is saying? I am open to wealth flowing to me. Because if you have a trap door on your belief system, nothing can flow in. So that's a great affirmation for you. I am opening to wealth flowing to me. Just say that, and say it until you feel it, and say it until you believe it. Okay, because you will feel the intersection in your mind where you say it enough times, not for too long. Remember, you guys, we're not creating resistance, but you'll create an opening, like a doorway, like a window, where you are opening. Yeah, I can believe this. I can believe it's possible for me. And then you can start going bigger and broader. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. I want you guys to take these little pivots and apply them to your current affirmations. Try to make them your own by creating these little shifts, whether you add movement, whether you tweak the words a little bit, whether you turn them into a rhythmic song, whether you say them with a certain tonality. And if you guys need help, obviously I have all my soul sync sessions. My soul sync sessions now all have digital journals. The link is in the description box below. They are all just under 3 minutes. Now you know why. They are powerful, energetic boosts. The digital journal is a way to anchor the data even further. It's a multi-sensory program. Say it, move, write, and then the accountability journal to check it off each day that you have done it. And trust me, 3 minutes, 5 minutes is enough. Yes, repetition dissolves disbelief, but you want to make sure that you're absorbing the belief. All right, you guys? So hopefully this video is helpful. As always, I am Angela Jean, and I will see you next Sunday.
Pure divine flow, no delays, no resistance. God lives within me. Pure divine flow. Pure divine